return of the stranded astronauts revealed that the moon landing 50 years ago was staged. The images of rescuing the astronauts at sea are thrilling, but also raise doubts. Viewers noticed that several astronauts, after exiting the capsule, were so weak they couldn't walk and had to be carried on stretchers. But strangely, the astronauts returning from the moon half a century ago didn't appear this way. In the documentary, former President Nixon personally welcomed the Apollo 11 astronauts. The newly landed astronauts responded to him energetically. It seems that the exhaustion and weakness shown by Sunita and Butch were absent in the Apollo 11 astronauts. No wonder viewers would begin to question the moon landing after seeing this. Logically, suddenly returning from a zero-gravity environment to gravity would cause astronauts extreme discomfort, and they would need time to recover. The process of returning to Earth would also severely drain their physical and mental strength. Astronauts are carried off the ground after landing to ensure their safety. Meanwhile, the energetic Apollo 11 astronauts naturally appear strange. In fact, many...
Doc, you missed the last one. Are politics fake? Was the moon landing fake?
Nah, politics is reality TV of all these crazy people we let control the country. And yeah, I think the moon landed fake.
Okay. My bad, guys. Where's this video? I'll play this one.
About the moon landing, here's one thing that strikes me about the moon landing. For one, I've met Buzz Aldrin, and I looked in his eyes, and he didn't look, to me, it didn't look like he had been to the moon. And I'm not saying that, everybody got that special lunar glow in their eye. Everybody's got that galactic twinkle in one of their fucking face balls if they have been to the moon, but he didn't have it for me. Sometimes you meet somebody and it looks like, oh yeah, it looks like they've been to Canada, or it looks like they've been to Africa, or they look, exhausted and they smell like popcorn and it looks like they've been to the mall. Well, I looked at Mr. B. Aldrin and I looked at him and I was like, The look in his eyes, it didn't look like he had been to the moon. Now that's just what I'm saying.
Skeptic, is the moon landing fake?
I don't think it is. And I think that because of the way that we have been able to move forward with technology, the way that we have satellites, we know that we have been able to travel a certain distance. And I think the innovation kind of speaks for itself. So I do think that it was real. And I do think that what's currently happening with AI is very much real also. Like if you think about the comparison between traveling to the moon to what's going on with AI right now, it's so out of our reach. It's so out of the understanding, like quantum mechanics and like quantum physics is such a complex thing to understand that we really shouldn't be able to grasp it with like how behind we are, but somehow we are. And I think it's the same thing with the moon landing. It was something very much ahead of its time, but somehow we were able to do that.
So we'll play from Buzz Aldrin himself and what he had to say about it.
You on July 20th, 1969?
I was on the surface of the moon.
Lack of gravity force here.
What kind of proof can you offer us that you were there? What can you say to us?
I'm an honest person, and I tell you I was on the moon. If you choose not to believe me, forget it. The moment that we touched down, there was a moment of a bit of extemporaneous looking at each other, and I patted Neil on the back as if to say, well, we really made it. But then we set about doing the other things that we had to do. Moving on the surface was quite easy. The lower gravity gave the overall impression of a slow motion world.
Maybe 4 easy phases can bring you.
Slim, did we land on the moon?
Oh man, let me piggyback off of Skep real quick, man, because she made a point and it always goes back to my question. So I'm gonna just say no, I don't believe we've been to the moon because of the fact that we've elevated as a country, as a people, with technology. All these years, we have all these great things. We got cars that you don't even need gas for, but we haven't been back. So I'm lost there. We just haven't been back to the moon. So that's a really big problem for me.
Ken, did we land on the moon?
Man, hell no, man. White man don't go any place one time. Never. Never in history of ever. If a white man comes somewhere, he's bringing other. You know what I'm saying? He's coming again and again and again and again, right? And you can't tell me that there's not nothing in that dirt or whatever it is that we can't use. If we've been to the moon, we have samples, right? That shit has been getting direct contact with meteorites. It's all in the soil. We would be mining the moon. That's how we think. Avatar is about us going 5 million light years away to take these people's resources and shit. The moon has been getting hit with comets and meteors for ages, right? There's shit that you would be able to mine that shit. That's not how the white man works. They come there one time, they plant flags there, and they stay there. They don't leave and never come back. Said no white man ever in history.
So that's 4 no's. So we didn't land on the moon. So this last one is gonna be a little bit different. Kevin Gates came out and talked about what happened to him. So the question is, can women